Let's take a look all the way back in the year 2011. I remember my first time playing Minecraft. I was instantly hooked, and I remember going to sleep seeing Minecraft in my eyelids as a result of the endless hours of playing. And that's when it occurred to me, Hogwarts. The most majestic, magical, grandiose place of my childhood. Fast forward to last year, I finally decided that I was capable of doing this beautiful castle justice. 1 year later, and I'm only about 50% done. So in an attempt to smash my way through this project, I present 100 Days of Building Hogwarts in Survival Minecraft. Now, yes, I know in reality we're actually on day 4,900 in this world, but for cool sounding title reasons, I'm gonna call this day 1. The bell towers. These are the most important thing to me right now. They're two of the most beautiful towers in all of the castle. And obviously, like every other castle in the world, we're going to be building this out of mud. Yeah. You might be thinking, hey, this video doesn't seem long enough to be a 100-day video in Minecraft. Well, that's because I'm going to be uploading this in segments of 10 days. Rest assured, though, however, that I will be uploading all 100 days, and we will be completing these bell towers. Now, that being said, we do need a little bit of area around the bell towers to be able to walk on and build on, which is why I was working on these first couple days of getting a bunch of dirt in. This dirt is a great way to just build out a nice little platform, and eventually I will be building a mountain up to it. No, I'm not looking forward to that mountain. I know we're just hanging out over the ocean here, but you know, it is what it is. Now we're almost out of mud, and we're gonna need a lot of wheat for that. So I took some time to go ahead and plant a bunch of wheat on the second day. And honestly, I actually don't mind it. It's kind of like a mindless chore that I do nowadays. And that's how we make our packed mud. And so we go ahead and build a bunch of packed mud. If you're wondering why I use packed mud, yeah, nobody was wondering that, Plato. I like to basically start with a darker block and go up to a brighter one for the gradient of Hogwarts. I think it gives it a little bit of a windswept look to it. And every once in a while, I just have to take a look at that beauty. Yeah, I waste way too much time just looking at that thing. The door is next. And honestly, this is a little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be, but I decided to put in a little bit more dirt around the bottom of that, and then I got a little tired of working on that, honestly, so I just went to more detailing of the castle. The door is so frustrating. I couldn't really figure out the shape in my brain, so I was like, let me take a break from it. That's usually what I do when I get frustrated. I just kind of take a break and I come back a little bit later, and that's just how we do it. Anyway, day 4, we're on to adding more dirt. What a lovely sound. Dirt is kind of fun to place as well. I thought I would get bored of it, but honestly, I got kind of carried away and just built out more and more of this platform because honestly, it's just kind of a satisfying thing to do. I know we're going to need all that space eventually anyway, or at least that's what I tell myself. We start on the next layers here and using packed mud as the next on top of the mud bricks. And then we go on to the dripstone. And honestly, I like the dripstone because it just adds a nice little, gets a little bit darker, but also heading to a brighter color as well. It's a nice middle block, I think. And so I put in a ton of that dripstone. I love those. Anyway, I know I'm gonna have to put in some windows here as well, so I start carving those out. Windows are kind of annoying. I have to figure out the right shape and height, but I kind of just went with the other windows I've already built into the side of this whole castle as well. Next, we go on to some tuff and add a little bit there. We're going into more of the grayscale, and I just was getting mobbed by a ton of different creatures, and so I decided to go ahead and go to sleep. I think I might start sleeping more often instead of working through the nights because the mobs are becoming kind of out of control. Am I scared of dying? No, I don't think so. I gotta figure out a way to light out the castle because right now it's just dark all over, including the roof, and I don't really know how I'm going to make the roof a little better. Anyway, we needed more cracked stone bricks, and so I decided to go ahead and smelt some of those while I work on building up the rest of this castle here. As you can see, we gotta go all the way up to the height of this roof here, and then I added in a little bit of tuff around the top edge for a little bit of a shadow as well, because I always like to add in a little shadow whenever I'm giving kind of a lip over it, and that's what we're doing next. We're adding in a lip. I like to use upside down stairs, something like I did over on the central tower as well. And then I'm adding a lip around the middle section here as well, along with some windows. Windows, once again, a thing we have to do, but that is 7 days that we've completed here, and these mobs, once again, are still a problem, but no, I don't think I really will ever take care of the mobs that I keep complaining about. Windows, details, it's all kind of the same old same. We have to kind of copy it around the whole build, but this is gonna look, it's already looking so cool, actually. I'm excited for how it's gonna turn out in the end. I decided to connect the roof to the section on the side here, and that looks really nice. Next, we're gonna go into a little bit of a smaller section on top where we use tuff and some other blocks just to make it raised up a bit, and where we'll get to the windows soon. These windows, I decided to go with some stone and stone bricks and just kind of like add some details for the windows. The cool thing is, as long as you like use smaller bricks, I like to use walls a lot because they can kind of give a little detail without having to use a different block type, which is pretty cool. We're on to day 9, and we're gonna continue building up these windows, adding adding a little bit of height to them. These are actually some of the tallest windows on the whole tower here. And then we're going to swap to our final block, or actually this will be mixed in with some stone, but we're going to swap into our andesite here. And we don't have that much andesite, so we're probably going to have to go get some soon. But I added in a little bit of lip, not this time with upside down stairs, but instead with slabs. And I realized that we're pretty much out of andesite after that, and so we're going to need to do a bit of mining. Andesite. And we didn't get that much because unfortunately I decided not to use a beacon. Next time we'll definitely use a beacon, but we basically spent the rest of day 10 as well just mining. And andesite is a beautiful block that I really like to use, but you have to manually get it. There's no way to farm it, so we'd be doing a lot of that. We're on the end of day 10 here. What a beautiful castle. What a beautiful project. Guys, we made so much progress. I can't wait to see you in the next one. For days 11 through 20, check out this video here. Also, a special thank you to my lovely Patreon supporters. See you guys.